Okay, I'm back on video too. Because remember, another video got disturbed by people knocking on my door. Without mine, just dropping by. Well, no, I didn't ask you to drop by. You didn't call me, did you? Did you? No, didn't you get in? So, some people do like to make your life become their life. That ain't happening. Why? Because it shouldn't be. It should be your life. Your life is your life. When you make it your life, don't let it be somebody else's. Because they may not treat your life the way you want to be treated. You know how to treat your life the way you want to be treated. If you don't treat yourself right, then you got problems. And you need to get some solutions to fix that. So you gotta know how to treat yourself. And if you do know how to treat yourself, then someone else come along and treat you the same way. Because that's your boundary. That's your respect. That's your value. I hold value. And therefore you must hold value to me. But if you don't hold value to yourself, I can't expect you to hold value to me. So we are not matched. So goodbye. Therefore, what kind of relationship can we have? Probably a student and a teacher, the most. I don't usually let them call me mom because I refuse to be one. Especially in this planet, the way they use the word mom. No. Call me anything but that. So we can't have no relationship except the fact that we can be student and teacher, whoever you are, or guide, whatever you can. Because there's no match. So we can't hang out. We don't have nothing to do with each other in common at all. And that is the way you choose partners, mates, lovers, whatever. You choose them accordingly to the vibrations of your life and where you at and what you want and what you want to receive. All of that has to come from you. And it has to come with what you want. Then you got to decide on what you don't want. Then you'll know what you do want. And then you can depart them. Because the only one you need is the one you want. And once you get that, that is what you're looking for. Whatever that you want for you, you want it for that person to be in that same energy. That's called equal yoke. The way you do it in the church world is not. So this person here vibration way down here, and this other person vibration way up here. That means their conscious thinks on a higher level. This one conscious thinks on a more lower level. Where are we going here? What can we do? What can we do? Where is it, where is the balance at? Because, myself, if I'm thinking on this level, I'm definitely looking for someone that's up here with me, because we don't have no good conversations if we can't, and we're not going to enjoy our conversations because they're not on the same level. Soulmates, you can get that because you're going to learn through them soulmates. But truthfully, it's better to do it that the other way with the soulmate too. And truly, accept that it is sent without your awareness through the ethos, and they send it in at the same time. Your vibration is where it needs to be. Two people vibrating at the same time. Two lessons need to be learned. Not just two, but two teaching each other the lessons that they need to learn in order to move to the next level or the next grade, where you want to calorize it, because you still are in school on this planet. This is where you at, and this is what you're doing. This is the exercises you're going through. This is why they got it in front of your face, but they have it in a delusion. And it's not in a delusion in the ethers. It trickles down, and it's in the order of the form that it's supposed to be in, and it teaches what it should teach. Unless if you're not connected in the spirit realm, most people are not. And with the spirit, you're connected in your heart, and then when you're in the spirit, you're connected with the upper chakras, and you're connected to the all. Okay. Then your information that you need to help and learning and lessons that come through the crown. They come from there down through here. And then you bring them in and you put them in your heart. Then you view them, decipher them, decide on what to do with them, okay? Because you know what they're for. You see it, you feel it, okay? And you analyze, you know that it is a life that you need to make some changes with, or something that you need to, bring in, put out, whatever. But it's all for your growth, and you know that. So you have to take it, whether it's pain or ache or whatever, but see, the pain that we feel is not really a pain. It's only a pain because we have been programmed to believe it and see it as something that is painful. But it's not. So we gotta eventually disconnect from that program thoughts and feelings, and then not see it as what that is, because it shouldn't be that way. It should be good, joy, feeling good. But the resistance is there, and it resists against the law of attraction. That brings the, the ugly. So, I was having a cracker. I'm gonna play some music because I gotta take care of something real fast. Excuse me. My gosh. I'll just play some music or something. I've been so focused, I've been so locked on you. Ever since you walked in, baby, you light up the room. Scared to approach you, but I think it's what I wanna do. Yes, you look in my eye, you wanna know why it's me. Something you got, it's something I die to see. The way that you smile, I think that it makes it be. I just want 24 hours, or even less if that's too much to hold you close, You got this look like it's ours, I want it all of the hours, even if tomorrow I have to let you go. And if you're too slow to love me down, if you've seen too much to love me blind, then I use my hands and cover your eyes, just for one night, just for one night. And if you're too slow to love me down, if she was too cold to leave you behind, can you forget how to look into my eyes, just for one night, just for one night. Here now, close as I've been, I feel you breathing on me. Don't wanna give it up, pour another drink so we get lost in the music, lost in the bass of the beat. Yeah. I really can't help it, boy, you're like a magnet pulling me. So here I am in the palm of your hand, don't you see? Promise me, promise you won't make a fool of me. I just want 24 hours, or even less if that's too much to hold you close, You got this look like it's ours, I want it all of the hours, even if tomorrow I have to let you go. And if you're too slow to love me down, if you've seen too much to love me blind,
too much to love me blind? Can I use my hands to cover your eyes? Just for one night, just for one night, just for one. Just for one night, just for one night, just for one. Ooh, just for one night, just for one night, just for one. If you're too smart to love me down, if you sing too much to love me blind, can I use my hands to cover your eyes? Just for one night, just for one night.
Well, let me stop it real fast because it'll start over. Okay, so it's 8:38 on the clock there. But so before I cut the other video off, I had some something I was gonna make a point on, okay? But before I do, I do want to have a song because I need to kind of, I just had, someone to come in while I'm just getting started, and that interrupts your energy, especially when it's an outsider that's not a part of whatever you're doing or working on, because you're not together in your thinking or your thoughts or your directions that you're going in. And so it's either somebody there's a need for you, or or something, or want you for something, because when you in the higher thought, conscious thinking, conscious really, you override people who have conscious that's in low, because they don't, they don't, you can't, there is no communication, okay, because there's no understanding at all, okay, so you kind of gotta leave people where they're at, and see, you don't deal with them only as little as possible, because the energies are not matching. Other than that, you're going to be drawing in negative that you don't want, and sending out positive that you want to keep, unless it is for the exchange of even give and take or something of the sort, okay? Plus, you don't want to, when people need you, you don't want them. That's not the kind of people you want to take with you, or bring with you, and to give them your precious gold, because they'll just swindle it at any given time. It's nothing meant to them, because they didn't work for it. They didn't put no energy in it. They didn't put no sweat in it. So where's the earnings of it at? There has to be something that was an even given exchange, one way or the other. Now, there are some people that I'm aware of that has been giving out bad energy toward myself, or me and my masculine. Well, you know what I'm saying? I'm just bringing it out so you can hear this and recognize what it means of an energy exchange. So all of these other times that you lived, you wasn't aware of that, because you haven't been. This is the only time that you can become aware of things that you've been doing that you wasn't aware that you were doing it wrong or right in your own perception or your own demise. You decide. So, because of evolution, and that you all, as a planet, as a whole, vibrated enough to come into this evolution, so that the change could happen, because it had to be higher enough in order to make that mark, whether it's zero or what, but it had to hit that mark for it to know that everyone, that the variation of the energy was higher enough to do it. That means as a collective. Never happened before, the first time. Okay, So this is the first time that you're able to see your life as an open book and see what you are doing with it, what you have been doing with it, what you haven't been doing with it. The clear understanding or understanding will come to you. And once you view it, you have to make the choice. Then the choice comes, because the choice is going to be you choosing the betterment. What is the betterment for your soul? What is best for your soul? What is going to give you the soul growth that you are desiring, and that you must take. You must decide to take on the life of growth in soul, because that is your whole purpose of being here on this ship, planet, whatever way you want to call it. It is the whole reason that you resigning here in this time is to find growth, is to utilize the energies to grow, to become that of a betterment of yourself for the all, not just for you, but for the all. That's the key. Okay? So this is your day that you can decide on what is better for you and your growth and your soul. What is saying to you? What is the soul saying to you? You even noticing it. Okay? See? So you can find the solution to the way to give it what it is needed for, with what it wants. And then once you get a fulfillment of wants, you don't have no needs, because they're filled. So you should go for the want versus the need, because you don't want to be the need. You don't want to be a needer. You do want to be a want, but that was taught to you different. They told you to be needy. That's a lie. How low is that? That's low, right? Yeah. Who wants to be needy? I don't care if I find in my whatever reality I'm in, if this reality presents to me that my pocketbook is maybe with $5 in it, and that's a reality that I'm looking at, but I'm going to change that reality. And so therefore, I don't see what it says. I see that everything is, abundance, great, happy. I have all that I want, and that is true. I have all that I want. I'm not looking for any other, because I have it already. It's already within me, and it's already without me. Okay? Because I already know that it is mine. And so I live in abundance, and therefore abundance is my true husband. That's what I say to him. I said, I married you already, so you're mine, So here I am, And I do. What's going on here? Why is my money not taking care of me? Well, I'm giving you money. Money's your lover. Oh, shit. I got a lover and a husband. Doing good. All right then, baby. Take care of me then. And so you live in that higher vibrations of thoughts and seeing yourself rise, seeing your life where you want it to go. Or you decide you want to keep it down. And it is a choice. See? But you gotta learn how to decide. You don't need anyone else telling you how to decide. You must learn to govern your own life. That is poor care and judgment for yourself, and poor love for yourself, to allow others to govern you, and you don't govern your own life. And I see people do it all the time. But you gotta know. And if the voice is speaking, you better take heed, because I'm telling you, the voices don't stop. In fact, they'll stop speaking and start doing other things, you know. Shit, you don't fuck them. I don't. Because they got an upper hand, better hand. See? So when you have a way of living, and that the places that you been, wherever you at, no matter where you at, and the people you're with, your family, your friends, all of them have their own day, their own time, their own whatever it is, life event that will come to their doorstep. Whether it's whatever, doesn't matter. That's whatever their contracts say, wherever their choice. Because you don't know who they are. You see them as your friend, and you see them as your children. You see them as your family. They're not your family. They're not your children. They're not your friend. I wouldn't want to be my friend anyway, because friends is considered to be frenemies me. They're not a friend, because everyone on the planet is supposed to be family. We know that's fucked up, right? So, but we still are. We're just not together. We all in a whole big separate way, looking at our nose up at each other. Maybe your family, but so much can happen. We gotta talk about it one day. Just how, you know. So, therefore, you separate. So even the family that you see, this family is not your family. Why? Because you're not harmonizing. Only time you can be family is when you harmonize. If you're not harmonizing, you haven't became family. You gotta merge into that energy of being a family, and you gotta know what it takes to be one. So it's called some building. You get the building blocks. So outside of being a family, if you're not that, then you're just a friend of me. Because friend don't even exist. Well, friend end. It ends. Friend. See? It ends. Okay? If it's gonna end, then how's it gonna be a friend? It ends. Friend. So you are they're friend of me. If it's a family, not the family, because you ain't building. So you're enemy, but you're family too. So that's friend of me. Okay? I like how I get this to illustrate some out for you. But it is true how you have to, it's the only way you can see, because you can't see it any other way. There is no other way to see that. That's why they got y'all saying friend. They know the end is there. So why are you using that friend? Friend? Friend. What end? What do you mean? You didn't even build it. So they know. You want to see if you don't figure it out. And then you wake up, you see. But so let's play some music. Because then I'm going to just talk about something that I'm going to demonstrate. Illustrate, yes. Okay, who's... Man, these people, oh my gosh. Because, like I say, my energy of my body is very sensitive. I pick it up, because my aura is so huge. I can pick up your energy, I don't know how many miles away. And it just zaps me. I can just get it to the phone, like I just picked the phone up because the person texted me just to say thank you or something. Shit. Because I connected to that, to your energy, because I picked it up, it immediately zaps me. And mine, I was in job terrible, so I'm gonna call mine back because you don't deserve it. And you can take yours, send it back to you. Send it back, get out of here, go back to where you come from. Be blessed and transform. Call mine back to me, and come back wherever it went out to. Be blessed and be transformed. Because I'm not sending none out that, no. So bring it back. I won't come back to you. Oh, jeez. Okay, play some more songs here. Alrighty then. Wait. No, wait, is that when I play from? No, that's not it. I want to play something else. Okay. Is that right? I don't know if this one here. I don't know it.
Shit, Snake, just straight cook you motherfucker.
No, wait. I don't think this is one. I don't know. Let's see. No, wait. I don't think that's one. I don't think it's one of my songs. I'm always fishing around, trying to find. Because I put so many and I don't remember them, you know. I think this is one.
Tell me that you know you feel it every single time. I'll show that you're the only thing that stays on mine. Tell me that you hold me and I'll never leave your side. I'll show that there ain't no reason for words to define our love. Oh, no, no, can't define our love. Oh, no, no, can't define our love. Oh, no, no, can't define our love. Oh, no, no.
Okay, so that was getting a good and if you brush, not brush as I like it, but it does get the blood pumping, and that's what matters. As the blood pumps, and you release all the yucky, negative energies. But there's no such thing, they say, as negative, which I don't know, it's varies because I gotta look at it. But I can see that it's saying negative thoughts. There's no such thing as negative thoughts. And that is true. There's only light and dark. Whether you see it as negative or positive, that's what they are. So, maybe there is no negative energy, But we'll see. So I guess it would be heavy and light. Yeah. So heavy would be dark and light would be light. And light causes you to float and feel light, and dark causes you to be heavy and be more stagnant or stuck, or you know what I'm saying, or yeah, the vibration is not moving very, not too, free. Okay, so I want to talk about this, illustrate this, it's like a session, I guess, I had with a soul member, tribe group, and he, as I was talking about him, he got hurt, right, when he was a little boy, and his parents had already died, and he was stuck, I guess, with his sisters or whatever, one of them, who knows, I don't know, because all the family pretty much died early, and people that die early, like I say, because it's such a restricted life, where if you don't fend for yourself, there's no help. And then is there any means of helping you to be able to fend for yourself? No, not really. It's whatever you make of it. That's the way it is. And so if you happen to come in on the planet in a certain place, in a certain location, and it's really rough there, then you gotta create something. You gotta know how to cause things to come manifest or what happened for you. And it's probably your task, but you don't know it. And so then you taking on the task that is presented before you, because you're not sure. You may know, you may hear it or see it, but you're not sure what it's really saying. So to you, you just may look away from the opportunity that beholds you. So this young man here, he decided that there was nobody to help him but himself. So he worked really hard and got money enough to go to school. They have to pay for their own school. We can't go if they don't pay. Everything is paid over there. Pay. That's sad, because they don't have anything to pay with, but they got to pay. And so, or they don't get the service. So he worked really hard and managed to get him money to go to school. And he did. And he was doing really good. And he got in the football team, and he was like a football star, okay? Well, ego, because somewhere in the place of all what he did, there may have been just a little bit more pee in there than he wanted to be in there. I don't know. But whatever he was, and he crashed out on him one day. So he had football, he went up, he come down. And when he did, he everything went down all the way from here down. So he been that way since he was young. Now I don't remember how old he is, but how young he is, brother. I don't know, but he's like in his early 30s or late 20s, something like that. But this happened when he was young, like 17, I think. So, due to that happening to him, he didn't take it well. He was mad. He was all those that you can find. And he took it all in. And he pushed it in there. And he allowed it to sit in his system. And he's just right now he's almost at a place where he could just leave on out of here if nobody don't help him to get his nourish of his body back into a place where he can even think straight, because he almost like in malnutrition, because like I say, you're injured, you can't do much. You can do. He's got a strong mind. He was working a little bit of something here, something there, but something my neck here. But I mean, I got zapped with the energy. But so he was working, but then things started happening and started falling apart for him, and now. And he don't like to ask for help. He don't like asking for help. He's kind of like pride. So the thing is, what I could see with him when I was talking to him, it's like he was mad at God. He was mad at the world. He was mad at everything and every way that he could find to be upset and mad. He was so angry and upset. He was broken. All those things happened to him without anyone knowing it, because he held it in. He didn't tell whoever was around him. He didn't talk to people about it. And so he just molded it inside of him. And now his brain is almost like mush because he hasn't used it. Because instead of him, and this is what he was supposed to do, but he didn't do it. He failed the test. He was supposed to take that injury that he had, and he was supposed to cause that weak part of his body to cause this part to be stronger. This was supposed to get stronger because this part was injured, and it's been weakened. So you got this part here has to carry both things. So he was supposed to be, and so what he was supposed to do is use the mind in every way that he could use it, and that's just pour it into books, whatever he had to do. But the mind was what he was supposed to operate with, and keep this strong, because this was weakened. So he had to make up for that. He didn't do it. He in fact he lost in every way because he forward, disappointments and all broken and all that shit inside. And now he's like at the point of being malnutrition dead, because he's a big fellow. He's tall. And he would be big, but he's not. He's skinny because he's not eating right. He's not eating enough. So it has been like crazy. I'm like, oh my God, boy, geez, And I'm like, so. I told him I would work with him, see what I can do to help him out. I don't know, because it just depends where he's at, and he hasn't really released his shit, and that's why he been going through the trouble, because he still holding it. You just never let it go, and you can't do that. You can't, because it'll kill you. It'll break down all your insides. When your mind gets mushed, it's your strongest thing. When you can't use it because you're too. And so I said that to say, this guy I was talking about on my other tape that I wanted to get you guys to hear his messages, right, his information. But he had a question on one of his videos, and they wanted to know why spirituality. I think they say why it's so hard, or was it why is it so hard to go to the dark night of the soul, and to enter in there. And he said to them, because it wasn't supposed to be easy, which is true. It's not supposed to be easy, because if that was the case, all could go in, even the ones that don't even have a soul. If it was just that easy. but it's something you got to do to get there. It's work, and the work is the choice. That's all it is. It's a choice. But because of the fog in the mind, and you haven't opened up the bigger mind, you're still using the little one, it keeps you hung in a way to think the opposite of what is really taking place there. You feel victimized rather than, liberated, though. You know what I'm saying? And it's the truth. So you take on the victimship into the liberation ship to realize that what is taking place is something that is going to grow you up. It's going to cause a better me, a better you. But being not able to see it and unaware, you take it to another extreme. Okay, it's completely opposite of what it's for. So, and you need someone who know about it that can show you what is really going on. Because most people don't know, they can't tell you. So, no sense in asking nobody outside of you that act like you, because what would they tell you? How would they know? They don't know. Because you barely know. Or you don't know. See, so you gotta find those who know, and then give you what you need to be clear. Because I remember when this body of mine that went through the beginning of the transition, and they had started seeing the numbers. They had seen these numbers for 2 years, on and off. They took it for something completely different than what it really totally meant, but because they weren't aware of the spirituality versus the religion, which they tend to more or less walk in the spiritual, but didn't recognize it. So that part wasn't quite clear to her what those numbers meant until one day she was renting a storage, and the very store she rented had those numbers, and she almost like, that was like a wake up call. You're like, what the fuck? You really don't know numbers mean something now, because I've seen them. They shouldn't have been right here. And then so one day it was one of the family members. She came to her, one of the younger ones, and came where she was living at, and told her, they said, hey, I got something I want to show you about numbers. And she, she's like, oh, okay, because I'm like, what is the numbers for? So when she showed her and gave her the information about what the numbers meant, that was what happened with the that from that point on, the transformation was more easy to do, because now you know what is it saying. Now you got a clarity, and you got a direction to steer in, because you got some, see. So anyway, I want to keep you guys on here because it's late in where I'm at. I don't like it. But and it's on whatever. So I will let you go, and I did play some music, right? Yeah, not what I wanted to play, but I did. So I enjoyed those. Thank you for coming, and I do see that I have a few subscribers. I really appreciate it.